The bill then moves on to Asser-Levy Place. Councilmember Kavanagh mentioned this. Asser-Levy Place, as you may know, is a 2-block long street. It runs between 41st Street, runs between 23rd Street and 25th Street, east of First Avenue and west of the FDR Drive service road. It runs parallel to First Avenue. It currently separates essentially the VA hospital from some public park facilities, including a playground and the rec center, the Asser-Levy Rec Center, which has a swimming pool and some other facilities there. The bill contemplates and attempts to facilitate the demapping of that land as a street. Again, with the idea that that might be something we're interested in creating some additional parkland on. It does not require that at this point, but it does facilitate that. And again, that the authorization in the bill for those actions is again subject to the condition that the MOU be signed. If the MOU is not signed, that authorization also sunsets along with the rest of the bill. The bill then authorizes, again, subject to the MOU, the expansion of the UN Development District, which is the area that has been designated as places where the UN Development Corporation can facilitate construction. It authorizes the expansion of that to include Robert Moses Playground. The transfer of that property, as well as the transfer of the right to build a tunnel underneath 42nd Street, which would connect that land to the existing UN campus, is conditioned in the bill on the city's uniform land use review process. And I assume many of you in this room are familiar with that, but that's a fairly thorough review of land use actions that the city of New York might take. So even after we've gotten to October 10th, and if we've got an understanding in place, there still will be further opportunities for the public to participate in exactly how that building is going to go up and what it's going to look like and how it's going to impact the community. The bill specifies that any building built on the site shall not be taller than the UN Secretariat building. It specifies that it shall be no larger than 900,000 square feet, and it specifies that it would have to be for the exclusive use of the UN and the UN-related subsidiaries and entities. And again, all of this would be subject to ULURP. Some other items in the bill. There are special provisions in the bill to allow the UN to bond out this project and bid it out in a way that would respect the security needs, particularly allowing them to pre-qualify bidders so that we can ensure that the plans for this building are not floating around on the open market, which in this day and age is not a good thing for a large sensitive building. It also, in addition to the sites I've mentioned, adds the site that is currently the Unitar building, which is on 45th Street and First Avenue. It adds that building as well to the UN Development District. Finally, as I mentioned before, and I just want to end with, all of this sunsets on October 10th, meaning this process that we're engaged in today is a time-limited process. We would not be up here if we did not think this was a real opportunity for this community, but at the end of the day, we have a short time frame to do this in. That time frame is partly dictated by the fact that we expect the UN in the fall to be making some decisions about its real estate needs, and we wanted to have an opportunity to have a full conversation in our own community about what might be possible. So we've designed the bill so that this sunsets by October 10th. If we don't have a deal by October 10th, there is no deal and we can all go back to the drawing boards. So thank you for your attention, and I look forward to a lively discussion today, and perhaps I should introduce. So I will have the great honor now of introducing our Congresswoman, Carolyn Maloney, who has been very busy in Washington fighting to protect us in a very difficult environment, it's fair to say. I just want to put in one plug. She has been a tremendous supporter of the notion of building and expanding our open space capacity and our access to the waterfront. She has been a forerunner in this project, getting money to start doing some of the technical work that would be needed to assess the possibility of this, and really a tremendous inspiration to us all. So without further ado, Carolyn Maloney.
Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, Brian.